Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we've got a very interesting set of topics to go over. We're going to begin with some anime localizers reaping what they have sown, and then we're going to look at some censorship of anime and manga, and then we're going to conclude with more Twitter users complaining about drawings. So let's begin right here with this absolute banger of an anime. It's called My Dear Friend Nokotan. This is a premiering anime right now that a lot of people are talking about because it is really just, well, what anime is all about. It's beautifully weird, okay? It's cute girls doing cute things, and then there's deer. Basically putting cute girls doing cute things in a wacky environment, that is a recipe for success. And also, if you've heard the opening theme of this anime, you know it's an absolute bop. Would definitely recommend checking out the song and the animes it's releasing. However, there has been some controversy reported by many users like this. So let's read this tweet. It says, really unfortunate for the international My Dear Friend Nokotan fans out there. It appears that the official English, French, except ADN, which made their own subs, and German subtitles of the show might have been translated by AI. The translations come from the licensor Remao and are not Crunchyroll's work, where it's currently premiering. While blaming these services justified, as they could have had the option to create their own translation, we believe Remao should have been held accountable as well. They're the one who handles the international localization, subbing, and dubbing, and marketing of the show. Don't let this slide too. If we can direct the feedback more directly to the source, Remao can face the backlash and improve their stuff for the future. These subtitles could also be fixed on other services like Prime Video, YouTube, and more, not just Crunchyroll. Now, what this tells me is that, yes, there was some sort of a third party involved with the translation here that came over to Crunchyroll first, right? It came from this Remao. But Crunchyroll didn't proofread anything. They didn't check out any of these subtitles to make sure they were accurate. They just played them. So that's pretty interesting. But also the reaction to this post is very interesting and telling of the times. So you look here, this response says, localizers go out of jobs, fan subs are relevant again and can clean the translations. I see this as an absolute win. Another user says, the English subs are translated by AI. I say, good. And this is the absolute state of anime and manga in the year 2024. People would rather have slop AI translations than the work of localizers. And honestly, I don't really blame them, because people would rather take a chance on mistranslations provided by AI than having to deal with the political injections and stupid Zoomer language that these localizers are adding into their translations, okay? And no, AI translations are not the peak. They are not the perfect solution. The perfect solution to translations is having a proper translation done by a human, but in times where a translation is either just completely not available or the option is a woke localizer, people would go with AI. And that is not too surprising given the current climate we're in, and people like Katrina here. So this is an infamous localizer. She had a take on the situation saying this: Crunchyroll France appears to have used AI/machine translation to translate My Dear Friend Nokotan, resulting in something completely incomprehensible for French fans. Whatever money they might have saved using MT instead of a human translator, #human translator, they're likely to lose on lost subs. So first of all, it's not Crunchyroll that's directly making these translations. It's that third party, like I said. But here's the thing, okay? She's been trying to get this #human translator going, but there's a reason why nobody feels sorry for people like Katrina, okay? They are woke localizers. They've been doing this for years. They've been injecting their nonsense into translations very smugly and mocking the anime and manga fans who are calling out these mistranslations, and now they're just reaping what they sow. People would rather go with the AI. And they would further add here, for fans wondering how much translation costs, in the current market, the highest paid translators make about $300 per 24-minute episode. Multi-million-dollar company Crunchyroll apparently thought that was too expensive. Well, yeah, they're trying to cut costs, and right now, given the current climate, you're not in demand. People are not complaining as much about AI as they should be. In a perfect world where translators are doing their job perfectly, people would be much more upset about stories like this, but because of the shabby work of localizers like Katrina, people would rather see the AI. than their work. And that is a very sad state of affairs. And of course, we've been talking about her for quite a minute. And despite having a history of terrible products and terrible work in the realm of anime and manga, she has landed another position, this time with 2.5D Seduction. She is apparently the localizer for this anime that's coming out through High Dive. And for those who don't know this series, it's basically like My Dress Up Darling, but like way more ecchi and less of a progressive story, right? It's just like a crazy lewd cosplay type show. But this, keeping the ecchi themes in mind in a second, but first, it is being reported that even in the trailer for this upcoming anime, actually I believe the first episodes come out, they've already botched some of the translations. You can see it's like a typical Katrina type work here. You have this whole wall of text describing various things, and it's all just muddied down to my waifu. That's it. I mean, it might be nitpicky things, but it's very noticeable. And when people like Katrina have a track record for these things, people won't even let it slide in the trailer of this anime. And of course, other people are showing screenshots like this, like Chibi Reviews, reporting that this anime is also censored, which is absolutely wild. So I can't really show it on YouTube without censoring the whole thing anyways, but basically in the manga, this version of this scene right here, you can see all the goods, okay? It's the full shot, right? As she's bent over. And always people will complain, oh, Rev, what's the big deal? Oh, get over it. Well, if it's not such a big deal, then why are you censoring it? It's also outrageous to censor stuff like this fan service in a ecchi series like this that is riddled with fan service, including in this episode. There are many other moments that are filled with very, very lewd scenes, but this for some reason is censored. It's very bizarre. And of course, just like any other situation where people point out fan service being censored, you have these obnoxious comments. This person saying, at this point, just watch porn, bro. Yeah, ridiculous comment. And if you can't tell the difference between fan service in an anime and hardcore poontang, that's something you need to work on, buddy. But of course, in the conversations of censorship, we're going to move over to Zenless Zone Zero, another Hoyoverse product right here. And there's been multiple acts of censorship done to the character Nicole. They've nerfed her physics and her bust multiple times at this point. And this user is reporting what they believe is more censorship of this character. And boy howdy, did this person get dunked on. You can see 78 likes and well over 100 quotes, people clowning on them. All the replies are negative. Let's look at this. Let's look at the replies of someone reporting censorship of a game that was likely under the direction or the influence of the Chinese government. Here's just a random snippet, right? Nerf shots are so much hotter, I don't see the problem. There's barely any difference, dog. And this person says they have the mindset of someone who commits a word that starts with R and rhymes with vape. This person's saying that basically they're gay, and complaining about this is their cover-up for that. That is gigantic projection, by the way. This person says, maybe go look at real women instead. And this person says, not important. Then this person posts a picture of someone putting a noose around their neck, obviously encouraging the user to do something like that, which is an insane reaction to someone pointing out censorship that's happening. And as this user points out, there is something deeply off about people attacking this user who's pointing out censorship while cheering on what is likely the product or the influence or the direct orders of the Chinese government who is censoring this game. We've seen it happen a million times with Hoyoverse related games, okay? The government clearly has an impact on how they deliver these characters, and Zenless Zone Zero has definitely censored characters. Like, it's not up for debate. It's happened multiple times. So why is this user getting hit so hard by these people on Twitter? Well, I think it's just Twitter in general, how they behave, but also the fact this is Hoyoverse, and a lot of people from Genshin Impact are coming over. And you know they're ready to cheer on the Chinese government as long as it's owning the people they don't like on Twitter. But Genshin Impact is like the ground zero for that type of stuff, right? A company that got really popular that is from China and attracted a lot of Zoomers on Twitter and other social media spots. And we see comments like this still, to this day, in 2024 about Genshin. And this person says, Genshin, I thought we were promised The Land of the Dragons with this caption saying, "Why are you white?" with over 20,000 likes. Yes, demanding certain races be in a game that is controlled by the Chinese government. Good luck with that one. But you know what? Sometimes people actually deliver on these promises, right? Creating more darker characters. And here's an example of that. This person made fan art of Lukua from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid with darker skin. How did people react to this one? This fan art would be awesome if the character wasn't a predator. Up 28,000 likes. Well, they tried. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. There was a lot to go over today, so I appreciate you guys hanging in there. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's various topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.